1676. That's 615-745-1676. Or go to their website at affordableheatingandcoolingtn.com.
Most people know that their insurance can provide them with coverage for the many life's mishaps, but I can help you also unlock discounts, save money, and get benefits with Farmers Insurance Policy Perks. Whether we're discussing home or auto insurance, I am here to help you understand these great perks. Call me, Mark Lewis, at 615-625-7070 for a quote, and you can get a whole lot of something with Farmers Policy Perks.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available. Select Farmers branded policies underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate.
Want a flawless look without the wait? Step into the Vanity Zone in Smyrna, where upscale style meets everyday convenience. Specializing in precision cuts, color services, waxing, and more for men, women, and kids. All delivered by highly trained stylists with an eye for detail. And don't miss the signature hot towel refresher, the perfect finishing touch that leaves you feeling clean, relaxed, and ready for anything. Walk in or book now the Vanity Zone in Smyrna. Looking your best is always in style.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. With over 2 decades of experience, our ASC certified master technicians are experts in both foreign and domestic vehicles, ensuring accurate diagnosis and timely, cost-effective repairs. From oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly, mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
AFFI is Middle Tennessee's premier choice for pest, wildlife, and moisture control. They specialize in those difficult and unique cases. You can reach them by phone at 615-300-2395. That's 615-300-2395. Or stop in at 200 Glenrose Lane in Smyrna.
Hey, Middle Tennessee, it's Mark from the Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time than now than to visit the Safe House and see what a real safe looks like. Rebates now through the end of July on select brands. Our brands include Liberty, Fort Knox, and Browning. Drop by one of our locations or go to NashvilleSafehouse.com. And remember, we don't just sell safes, we sell peace of mind.
My wife and I enjoy going by Yard Sale Inc. We usually go to both locations, the one in Smyrna as well as the one in Murfreesboro. A lot of times on Saturday mornings we stop by and their inventory changes weekly, so you never know what you're going to see, and it's mostly open box. The name fits it. It's exactly that. It's a yard sale. If you don't totally agree with the price, the staff is always friendly and nice and willing to work with you.
That's the Yard Sale store in Smyrna at 111 Enon Springs Road West, in Murfreesboro at 204 South Front Street, and online at bestdealintown.com.
Hi, this is Allie Dowenhauer with Isaiah 117 House. Isaiah 117 House provides physical and emotional support for children awaiting foster care placement here in Rutherford County. We are changing the way foster care begins, and those kiddos are brought to our house to hang out and wait for a foster family, and they're given everything they need. We support foster children, DCS, and foster families here in Rutherford County. Visit us at www.isaiah117house.com or visit our Facebook page, Isaiah 117 House, Rutherford County.
Hello, I'm Roger, one of the tour guides at Sam Davis Home, 1399 Sam Davis Road in Smyrna. To learn more about Sam Davis, Smyrna's boyhood hero, we offer tours Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. No reservations required. To book a wedding, creek house rental, field trip, or any other event, contact Jenny Lamb, our director, at director@samdavishome.org. Visit our Facebook page or give us a call at 615-459-2341.
Hey, I'm Floyd, and I'm inviting you to join me at CR. That's Celebrate Recovery. We meet at Family Worship Center, 3045 Memorial Boulevard on Sunday at 6 p.m. We're a 12-step Christ-centered program that offers help for all the hurts, habits, and hang-ups that's causing you pain. The program works if you work it, and I'm proof. For other CR groups, go to CelebrateRecovery.com and click on the group finder. Hope to see you soon.
Josh Moss with Affordable Heating and Cooling provides residential HVAC and duct cleaning services to the Middle Tennessee area. With more than 20 years of experience, Josh Moss and the AHC team provide 24/7 service and take care to ensure whatever work you need done is done in a professional, timely manner. Contact AHC at 615-745-1676. That's 615-745-1676. Or go to their website at affordableheatingandcoolingtn.com.
Most people know that their insurance can provide them with coverage for the many life's mishaps, but I can help you also unlock discounts, save money, and get benefits with Farmers Insurance policy perks. Whether we're discussing home or auto insurance, I am here to help you understand these great perks. Call me, Mark Lewis, at 615-625-7070 for a quote, and you can get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available select Farmers branded policies underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate.
Want a flawless look without the wait? Step into the Vanity Zone in Smyrna, where upscale style meets everyday convenience. Specializing in precision cuts, color services, waxing, and more for men, women, and kids. All delivered by highly trained stylists with an eye for detail. And don't miss the signature hot towel refresher, the perfect finishing touch that leaves you feeling clean, relaxed, and ready for anything. Walk in or book now. The Vanity Zone in Smyrna. Looking your best is always in style.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and do it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
Hey, Middle Tennessee, it's Mark from the Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time than now than to visit the Safe House and see what a real safe looks like. Rebates now through the end of July on select brands. Our brands include Liberty, Fort Knox, and Browning. Drop by one of our locations or go to NashvilleSafeHouse.com. And remember, we don't just sell safes, we sell peace of mind.
AFFI is Middle Tennessee's premier choice for pest, wildlife, and moisture control. They specialize in those difficult and unique cases. You can reach them by phone at 615-300-2395. That's 615-300-2395. Or stop in at 200 Glenrose Lane in Smyrna.
My wife and I enjoy going by Yard Sale Inc. We usually go to both locations, the one in Smyrna as well as the one in Murfreesboro. A lot of times on Saturday mornings we stop by, and their inventory changes weekly, so you never know what you're going to see, and it's mostly open box. The name fits it. It's exactly that. It's a yard sale. If you don't totally agree with the price, the staff is always friendly and nice and willing to work with you.
That's the Yard Sale Store in Smyrna at 111 Enon Springs Road West, in Murfreesboro at 204 South Front Street, and online at bestdealintown.com.
Hi, this is Allie Dowenhauer with Isaiah 117 House. Isaiah 117 House provides physical and emotional support for children awaiting foster care placement here in Rutherford County. We are changing the way foster care begins, and those kiddos are brought to our house to hang out and wait for a foster family, and they're given everything they need. We support foster children, DCS, and foster families here in Rutherford County. Visit us at www.isaiah117house.com or visit our Facebook page, Isaiah 117 House, Rutherford County.
Hello, I'm Roger, one of the tour guides at Sam Davis Home, 1399 Sam Davis Road in Smyrna. To learn more about Sam Davis, Smyrna's boyhood hero, we offer tours Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. No reservations required. To book a wedding, creek house rental, field trip, or any other event, contact Jenny Lamb, our director, at director@samdavishome.org. Visit our Facebook page or give us a call at 615-459-2341.
Hey, I'm Floyd, and I'm inviting you to join me at CR. That's Celebrate Recovery. We meet at Family Worship Center, 3045 Memorial Boulevard on Sunday at 6 p.m. We're a 12-step Christ-centered program that offers help for all the hurts, habits, and hang-ups that's causing you pain. The program works if you work it, and I'm proof. For other CR groups, go to CelebrateRecovery.com and click on the group finder. Hope to see you soon.
Portions of our programming have been pre-recorded. The Good Neighbor Network, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Flagship station for MTSU Sports. The views and opinions on this show are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of WGNS, its management, other hosts, or advertisers.
This is Conversations with Mike Sparks.
Are you concerned with the state of America, your state, your community? Then you're in the right place. State Representative Mike Sparks. He and guests are here to talk about local politics, history, faith, and freedom.
You listen to Conversation Mike Sparks. I'm your host, Mike Sparks. Going to talk about hot rods and Route 66 with some of my guests here. Eric, Richie, how you doing, sir?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Doing good. Christy Armstrong Pugh, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. And David Ellis. Okay, I know y'all been on the radio before.
Yes.
There's this thing called a mic you're supposed to talk into right there.
Hello.
You know, Eric, I happened to be by your place this morning.
Yeah.
You know, is it okay to talk about what we?
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You want to share, what you got?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a long story. I don't know how to condense it. I'll do as best I can. So, yeah. I grew up in Montana in a big ranch family up there. But my mom and dad divorced when I was really young. My mom's side of the family had the ranch. My dad had auto body shops, and so that's where the love of cars started for me. But growing up that way, I didn't even know a Christian until I was 18, 19 years old. Until I went off to college.
Had you heard the term though?
Oh yeah, I'd heard. But I mean, where I grew up, it was like it's 7 days a week. The religion we had was farming and ranching, and it was every day, all day. And so, long story short, I've been wanting to a long time. I became a Christian when I was 32, and in a big part due to my wife, and so that's been a really big part of my life ever since that time. And so I've been wanting for years to get a lot of unchurched men involved in some type of devotional series that I pulled from as a non-Christian man until later. And so over the last year I wrote a 12-week or a 3-month 12-week men's series, a men's ministry series for unchurched motorheads, unchurched guys like me that cool. Have a love of cars and classics and stuff. And this morning was our 4th week, and we started holding this men's group at my shop. And so I just thought it'd be cool to invite a bunch of men, over to the facility. We spend the first half hour walking around and looking at all the classics and customs that we're working on, and then we have an hour and a half of sitting down and just having that biblical perspective from somebody who didn't grow up in church and didn't have I don't have the whole Bible memorized and stuff, and I know how it's impacted my life, and it's just been a really great way for me to share that with other men that are interested in the same type of things I am.
But it was so well done. I thought you bought that at the Christian bookstore or something. Thanks, whole manual. Man. I mean, seriously, it looks good. You need to pass it around. I mean, did you have it with you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really well done. Just give us a couple examples of some of the templates that you have in there.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of car related.
Yeah, well, it's almost too far. It's too car related almost. Yeah. But so I view my walk in in the same two ways that I view my shop. Is there's a service side, which is all the internal stuff that we're doing and we're working with, and then there's the body shop that deals with all the outside stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so that's how I wrote the men's ministry component, to say, listen, we're going to spend half the time talking about our spiritual growth and the service station side of the ministry, right? How we're addressing the things that are wrong inside with us. And then the other half of the time we spend with how do we take care of our outside. Most of us, I'm almost 60 years old now, and over the last 10 years, I've kind of, I haven't been working out like I should or eating like I should and stuff like that. And God calls us to be as focused on the temple of our bodies as he does our spiritual health. And so half of the men's ministry is focused on kind of spiritual growth and the things that happen with us inside, and the other half is how we get the outside back where it needs to be.
I mean, Roger and I, sometimes on the show we'll talk about men's health. I went to the doctor here a while back, and a couple months ago he's like, you been dealing with any hypertension? I was like, man, my whole life's hypertension, brother. The things I'm around. I mean, hatefulness, chaos. Politics is a rough sport sometimes. I mean, I even kind of used profanity on the radio a couple of weeks ago. Sorry, Bart, if you're listening, Brian, but it was the S word. But we're not supposed to say it, so sorry if you're listening. But I get upset with the culture and where things are going, and I think the church is silent in many cases, because our forefathers had a lot more boldness. The greatest generation that my dad was a part of, that Major Walls was a part of, that others were a part of, they would have took a stronger stance on some of the things we're seeing in our culture today. We've seen the culture change. It's just things that, like the predatory interest, the predatory lenders. I don't like that stuff. Title Max, Advanced Finance. It's sad, and no one seems to take a stance on it. But if the church is silent, man, this country's going to lose it if we lose the pulpit, brother.
The church should be the loudest voice in the marketplace these days.
It needs.
We have the opportunity for that, and we need to be that for sure.
Well, I'm seeing pastors. I'm seeing guys that are guilty of this stuff, that are supposed to be pastors, guilty of it. Politicians, brother. I'm just telling you. But no, I loved it, because I said, man, are you okay if we talk about this on the radio? Because you're liable. I said, man, you're liable to fill this whole place up with car guys, man. Because they may not go to church, may not feel. They may not feel a part of going to church, but they'll show up at your place.
Hey, listen, this thing was built for guys that don't go to church.
Yeah,
and that's what I was for 30 years of my life. I was. I believed in God. I just didn't practice it, in everything I did day in and day out. And this is an opportunity for unchurched guys to not feel, weird or strange about walking into a church and come hang out about a bunch of classic cars and get an intro what it means to walk.
Well, I like some of the analogies that you have in there, talking about, the check engine light coming on, or the, frame being rusted. And, I think we can all kind of relate to some of those things. But, man, it's, because, you do got to take care of yourself, eat right. Your mental health, Tennessee ranks like 49th with mental health. We rank 45th and 44th for overall health. Tennessee's got a lot of problems. That's why people need to support my fresh fruit and vegetable tax cut bill. I presented it this week. It's the best bill they're going to hear, because the difference between my bill and others, my bill benefits every single person. You're not going to find a piece of legislation that benefits every single person in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah,
that's rare, But I loved it. So, folks, what your next Bible study is going to be?
Yeah, we do. We meet there every Sunday at 8:00, and we've got a small group of guys that have been meeting there just to kind of walk through it and make sure we don't there's some changes we need to make and some other things, but it's been a lot of fun. It's been really therapeutic for me. I think one of the greatest periods in my life when I with my walk with Christ was when my wife and I taught the 6th grade ministry at Life Point years ago. Yeah. I learned more preparing to teach a bunch of 6th graders as a 35-year-old man than I did at any other time in my life. And so I've got to have something to train for to get that myself. And this was a perfect way for me to get back in the Word.
Yeah. Well, Christy and David, y'all all have done a show or something over at Crusader. Is that right?
We've never done one over there, but we have been to the car show that was there.
Yeah. When did y'all do that one?
Well, we've had a couple. We had one last May or June, and then we had one in August, but yeah. So when I bought that place 4 years ago, we bought that property around it so that we could have all comers and other card clubs could use our facility. Yeah. That's really what I want, is for people to come use that facility for that purpose. So you guys are anytime you guys feel like doing something.
It's interesting. Potential partnership with y'all, with some of the stuff y'all do at Steak and Shake and y'all's car shows, because y'all have got a big following. How many folks y'all up to now?
Over 1,500 on our Facebook page. And yesterday at our cruise in, we had 111 cars show up.
Did y'all really?
Yes, it was an amazing day.
Did
loved
my
it.
buddy Donnie Thompson show up?
Oh, yeah, Donnie's always there. Donnie's our biggest supporter.
Donnie's stuck in the 80s, you know what?
I love Donnie, though. I tell you what,
I bet he's listening to some Hall & Oates right now.
He probably is Man-Eater, probably.
I bet.
Yeah, Man-Eater.
You're welcome, John. You're welcome for all the shout-outs. You're welcome.
Yeah. So John Oates is the one that's really cool.
Oh, he's an amazing guy. Yeah, he's a wonderful guy, and he's doing some touring now. He's had some surgery on his wrist, some carpal tunnel things, and so he's getting over. But he's going to be a part of what we're doing here in the next couple of months. Yeah.
I got a question though. Yeah. You're talking about different celebrity drivers.
Yeah.
Is anybody from the Village People going to be on one of those runs?
Oh my God, Roger.
That is Mike's favorite band.
Man.
And it'll kill him if you don't get somebody from that band.
You guys need to start submitting questions to me before I come down here.
I wish we could play it.
YMCA.
Brian Barrett won't allow us to play it. I wanted to get Brian sent me a news tip real quick. Brian's telling me already 400 power outages are in Nashville already.
From the wind?
400.
Wow. The wind is crazy.
Yes, 400. Boy, I tell you what, hunker down, man, I hope it doesn't get too bad tonight.
Me too.
Man.
Well, it's going to get cold again tomorrow.
Yes. I keep me a jacket in my vehicle just in case.
You never know.
Do you wear your long johns?
Well, I've got a long sleeve shirt on.
You know what long johns are?
I do know what long johns are. My husband wears them all the time.
Checking, okay. How's my buddy Michael Morton do? Danny Page are doing good?
Mike hurt his back. He hurt his wee little back, little Mikey Poo. We hope you're okay.
What was he doing?
Just being Mike. He's getting old.
Yeah.
He's old and dirt.
And she won't let you call in.
I love you, Mike. I love you, Mike.
Mike, she won't let you call in. She said, don't let you call in. They're going to dog you.
He's going to the doctor tomorrow, though, so I'm proud of him. Right. Danny's doing good. Danny's doing real good.
Speaking of call-ins, I got my buddy Fran Dunn on the radio. Fran, are you there?
Yes.
Hey, you had a great event last night, didn't you?
Oh, we did, for the Sister City program in Smyrna. We're so grateful to everyone that came and supported.
You had, 200 folks show up?
Oh, I think so.
Have you met Eric Ritchie? I think I was telling him about y'all recently, that y'all need to get to know each other.
I don't think I have.
Well, this Route 66 TV show to me fits right with y'all's group right there, I think everybody could relate, or probably at least ridden on the street. You ever rode on Route 66?
I have briefly on some of the tours that I've been on.
Yep.
But we need to do a full-fledged tour and follow the entire route.
Oh, that would be cool. That's what he's doing.
That's right. Come on, you got 7-8 weeks to get ready.
Really? All 2,400 miles.
What's that?
2,400 miles.
A little over 2,200.
I have 883 seniors that would want to come.
That's a big bus.
Yeah.
That's a mighty big bus.
Well, Fran, you got a concert or something you're doing this Tuesday night, correct?
We do. We are in a capital campaign at the Senior Activity Center of Smyrna to build a larger building. We have 4,400 square feet right now, and our building capacity at any given time is 200 people. So we may have busted that last night at the chili supper. But anyway, we need more space. So we've been raising money. We've raised over $3 million at this point, but we are hosting we are hosting a concert Tuesday night at the Williamson Family Farm, located at 3250 Wilkinson Pike in Murfreesboro. The artists are a group called Sidemen of Note. Tad Lavin played guitar for Art Garfunkel for 25 plus years. Eddie Kilgallen plays currently with Montgomery Gentry, but he got his inspiration to get music from Barry Manilow. And Jeff Dayton played with Glenn Campbell for 15 plus years. So, as I said, sidemen of note, and they will be performing the music of Garfunkel, Manilow, and Campbell. And I've heard them perform, and they are absolutely incredible. This is not a tribute band. This is real professional musicians. So we're selling tickets on Eventbrite.com. If you just go to Eventbrite and type in Sidemen of Note and Murfreesboro, it will come up, and it supports our capital campaign. But, Mike, I would like to offer this.
Yes.
I would like for you to give away 2 tickets from your radio show for the first person that calls in.
Okay, we can do it. Yeah, we'll do it. The hey, I owe you some money too. I was a high bidder, right? Wasn't I?
Well, you know I'll collect it.
I know you will. You're persistent, man. You're like them politicians out there, brother, asking for money.
No, I'm not like any of them.
Hey, but I needed that charger. In fact, Eric's got one of my cars over there, and the battery's dead. You know, Eric's gonna work on it. I drove it over there to get him to sell it for me, and the belt tensioner broke loose right when I was taking it over, and I just coasted in there. And anyway.
I know who Eric is now because he came to Rotary in the beginning, and he hasn't been back since.
Okay, somebody run him off.
Man, now I really need to get prepped better before I come down here to the show.
We got a few people that could run you off.
Good.
Well, I think one of them quit though.
The worst thing about it, she's absolutely true. That is absolutely true.
Yeah, he's one of Ron's buddies, and we'll get him over. You need to be a good speaker.
I'd love
Bring
to.
that guy,
I love
John
everything
Hall.
that Rotary stands for, but my travel schedule just makes it so unpredictable for me on a week-to-week basis. It's hard to. But I would love to. I think I love. In fact, I just had a long Rotary discussion about the Route 66 because there's Rotaries all up and down Route 66. That's an opportunity for raising money up and down that whole entire route and corridor. So, thanks for bringing that up, though. I really appreciate that.
All right. So to get those tickets, we'll call at the door then. Right, Fran?
You have to be prepared.
Yeah. I just need you to get their name for me, Mike, and let me know who it will be.
Okay. Well, Fran, I have heard them sing. They were on Wayne's and Wayne Blair. Yeah, Wayne and Rick show one morning. They were there live. Yeah, they were there live. Man, he sounded really good.
Yeah, they're fabulous.
Oh,
they
yeah.
Really are.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It really was good.
You know, and it's the songs, you know the words to all the songs, but the stories that they share are what really makes the show.
Right.
Yep. Well, thank you so much, Fran. We'll get you those names, okay?
Sounds great. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Take care. We'll see you.
Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Let's take a quick break, Connor. We'll be right back.
Provides residential HVAC and duct cleaning services to the Middle Tennessee area. With more than 20 years of experience, Josh Moss and the AHC team provide 24/7 service and take care to ensure whatever work you need done is done in a professional, timely manner. Contact AHC at 615-745-1676. That's 615-745-1676. Or go to their website at affordableheatingandcoolingtn.com.
Most people know that their insurance can provide them with coverage for the many life's mishaps. But I can help you also unlock discounts, save money, and get benefits with Farmers Insurance policy perks. Whether we're discussing home or auto insurance, I am here to help you understand these great perks. Call me, Mark Lewis, at 615-625-7070 for a quote, and you can get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Not available in every state. Only available at select Farmers branded policies underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliates.
Want a flawless look without the wait? Step into the Vanity Zone in Smyrna, where upscale style meets everyday convenience. Specializing in precision cuts, color services, waxing, and more for men, women, and kids. All delivered by highly trained stylists with an eye for detail. And don't miss the signature hot towel refresher, the perfect finishing touch that leaves you feeling clean, relaxed, and ready for anything. Walk in or book now. The Vanity Zone in Smyrna. Looking your best is always in style.
Hello, I'm Roger, one of the tour guides at Sam Davis Home, 1399 Sam Davis Road in Smyrna. To learn more about Sam Davis, Smyrna's boyhood hero, we offer tours Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. No reservations required. To book a wedding, creek house rental, field trip, or any other event, contact Jenny Lamb, our director, at director@samdavishome.org. Visit our Facebook page or give us a call at 615-459-2341.
All right, we're back. Conversation Mike Sparks. I'm your host, Mike Sparks, talking hot rods and Route 66. Here's some interesting facts about Route 66. I've only done a small portion of it. Route 66 was originally created 100 years ago in 1926. So next month, I believe, is the 100th birthday. The original Mother Road is what it's nicknamed, ran about 2,400 to 2,500 miles from Chicago to Santa Monica, California. It linked 8 states: Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California. And why it matters, Route 66 really helped shape our country, helped connect small towns to the national highway system, symbolizing westward migration and the American road trip ideal. Even though it was decommissioned at the U.S. Highway in 1985, many of the segments are preserved as historic Route 66. And its 100th birthday has spurred restoration of many neon signs, motels, roadside landmarks, and many states are going to be hosting, I guess, fun runs, chalk festivals, and it's something I'm looking forward to going on. I know this event that Eric Ritchie's working on with the Great American Road Rally. It's pretty interesting. Are y'all, Christy, y'all going to try to do any of this stretch this year?
If I had a vehicle, I would try.
Really?
My 49 is messed up, so it got messed up with some wind, so it's got to be fixed. But we can take the Firebird, we can take your truck, David.
I couldn't afford the gas.
No.
Couldn't afford the gas.
No.
Gas has gotten high,
Yeah.
Man, I'm driving that Navigator, and the other day I got that E85.
Oh.
But it was $1.99. About a week and a half ago.
About 3 miles a gallon, didn't you?
Man, well, it dropped it down to about 10 to 12, and then I went to Shell. I'm going to tell you, Shell must have good gas, because it went, even though I paid $1 more, I went out to Chapel Hill. My wife and I went out of town last weekend, and I got 23 miles a gallon with it.
Really?
So I was better off getting the Shell gas station rather than the E85.
Okay.
All
right.
So when's y'all's next car show you got going on?
We got one coming up this weekend, the 21st. It's going to be at Steak and Shake.
All right.
It's going to be our thaw out, show, or for the spring show. We're going to have a top 20, best in show, and manager's choice.
Yeah.
So we'll
is there a fee to enter? I mean, how's that work?
$20 registration fee.
Registration fee.
And all of that, most of that will go to help us buy trophies and everything for the Sam Davis home, because everything we do usually comes out of our own pockets.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to do what we can, because we want to do what we can for the best for the Sam Davis home.
Yep.
And for our charity that we're going to do this year, and we don't have one yet, so we're working on that.
Yeah. Well, I know we did the car show that y'all, Roger and I, and the mayor was able to honor y'all with the resolution.
Yeah, that was amazing. We love that. Meant the world to us.
That song, it was cool. I was pulling in there in my wife's Mercedes that I bought her, and that song, it was Sweet Home Alabama, come on.
Yeah.
And that
was one of your trivia questions.
Yeah, it was one of the trivia questions. Yeah.
I think I might have won the hat on that one.
Did you?
I think I did. I won a hat on one of those questions.
You remember my other trivia question?
You did a cook-off too, didn't you?
No, I didn't win it this time.
Okay,
last time.
This time.
Your daughter
Mike did.
won. Your daughter.
Yeah, my daughter won was it last year or the year before?
2 years.
Sorry, David.
Got that, $300.
Yeah, she won the tool.
$300
toolbox.
Cosmetic case.
Yeah, she uses it for her makeup.
Yeah, and that was El Rod's. That was called.
No, Elders
Ace Hardware donated that.
Yeah.
You know, that was they've been very generous. You know, I went over a day. You know, I went over. I was the lowest spender I bet they had all year. I bought 2 screws for a car license plate.
Heck yeah, there you go.
That's all I bought.
Heck yeah.
Hey, but you know what? The service is so good. You're not going to. I mean, I guess you get that service at Home Depot and Lowe's, but you're probably not going to get that personalized service that you
won't.
You know,
your hometown.
But even just buying 2 little screws, they have it.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, you ever have to do that, Eric?
What's that?
You need just a certain screw, and I'll just go to used to be Gill's Ace Hardware, Elders Hardware.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I bought the State Trooper Association gave me a highway patrol tag, so I stuck it on my vehicle. I think it'll help me from getting a ticket.
I was going to say, I saw that twinkle in your eye, like that's going to do something for you. When
Mike doesn't get tickets.
No, I tell you what, man. I did get pulled over on the way up here a couple of years ago, but it was I shouldn't share on the radio, but I will. But I was getting it on the way up here. God forgive me. And I'm going to tell you where you don't need to speed. Don't speed between Smyrna and Murfreesboro by Stones River, the bridge.
Oh yeah,
because their deputies are hiding. Chris Beach and some of them are parked over the side.
I don't know you should be saying all this stuff on the radio, Mike.
Man, I was getting it, and all of a sudden there he was. I was like, oh my gosh, but I put a different set of wheels on my car, and I put a set of 18s, and he was like, man, you know how fast you were going? I was like, no, I didn't really look back. I didn't see it. He said, man, you're going like 80. And I was like, man, I put these different wheels on there. And he goes, well, he looked at the wheels. He said, I don't think your wheels would adjust the speed limit, the speedometer that much. But you know what was weird? We literally, the show was talking about trauma of police officers and firefighters, which is a big deal, just like post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah. And he just was he was like, man, he checked his driving record's excellent. Just slow it down. And I have slowed it down. If he's listening, I don't speed down through there no more. I've got to where I don't really speed that much.
Did you see that wink? I seen.
I did too. He winked. I didn't know if there's something in his eye or what.
Well, I mean, I really don't. Seriously. You know what I've learned?
I do.
If you pass somebody past you and you catch up with them at their red light,
I can't handle it. I have to go before them. If whatever I'm in, I'm going to go. I'm going to go.
But hey, Christy, question for you.
Yes, sir.
What time does this car show? What time does it start?
Registration is from 9 to 12.
Okay.
And then we will do awards around 3. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for us to get everything judged and everything tallied up, but usually around 3 is where we're going to do awards.
Now, I heard y'all was trying to recruit a celebrity judge, but I don't know if he can make it or not.
Yeah, who wants to judge for us? We need one more judge. You want to judge?
When is it? When's the car show?
Saturday.
This weekend?
Yeah, this weekend.
That sounds fun.
You want? We'll let you. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
It ain't rigged, is it?
Absolutely not.
He might be taking them down with wrenches and looking at everything. You got to watch him.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing tore down to nothing.
Yeah, but we have a lot of fun. We're just a big family. We love to have fun. We invite everybody out. Y'all come out. Come on out.
Well, are you okay with sharing the idea that you want to do at your shop live on the radio?
Yeah. We can.
You know what he wants to do, Christy? David, you know what he wants to do?
I do. I'm not saying that he has to say. I'm not saying this.
Yeah. So we had a car show last August. I was telling you guys this a little earlier. We had a car show last August, and we were watching the last car pull out of the area there beside the shop where we have that big grassy area that's cut down, and the last car pulled out, and I turned to my GM. I said, I want to put a dang drive-in right here.
Yeah.
I'll put like a 60, 70 car drive-in in here. And it's a perfect place for it. And we're right in the historic district of Smyrna. And so I floated it. We just started having some conversations with the city council and others. So it's not a done deal yet, but I think there's some growing excitement around because it is part of the depot district down there and I've already designed the big light bulb, Crusader drive-in.
Really?
Yeah. Arrow that comes down, all that kind of stuff. And it wouldn't take a lot to do. Plus, I've also told them that we would be willing to open that up and just leave it open and available to the city to use for public events and stages and stuff like that out there. Yeah,
I promise you.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody on that historic board or anything?
I do know a couple people. Yeah,
helps. It helps.
Yeah. I haven't really called in official favors on that yet, but
it may help.
But anyway, I did see.
But anyway,
how's
that weather out there?
I seen the drawing of your drive-in.
Yeah,
how it was, and. The idea is you had maybe a classic night. One night was
That's right.
really
yeah.
good
Want to
idea.
do like a Thursday night? Do nothing. You can't even buy a ticket to it unless you have a car that's 76 or older. And we do American Graffiti and Grease and all those kind of movies. And then we'll do a show for for a different theme every night. And then Sundays, I'd have this vision about doing just like a family early evening event on Sundays where stuff like Gone with the Wind and some of those really old great classic family movies.
We had a drive-in that was supposed to have been happening right there off near Florence, and I don't know whatever happened with that. It made it, as far as I know, made it through planning with the city of Murfreesboro.
And I'm not doing it. Listen, I'm not. It's just something that we're not doing to make a bunch of money from it. It's just another way to engage the public.
How do you pay? I mean, to have the rights to even show the movie. I mean,
you got a license of films and stuff just like a normal movie theater would. But have an old-fashioned 1950s concession stand there, and people get hot dogs, and we have enough blacktop next to that pasture area where you don't, for certain nights of the week, you could just spread out lawn chairs and blankets and stuff.
I was telling my wife what your vision was. Is there anybody that has like a food trailer that's retro that looks like that?
I know there are. We've used some food trucks and things. Now I'll tell you who's got a really good one is Krispy Kreme.
They do?
Krispy Kreme has a 1962 Dreamliner bus that we've been talking to them about working on this Route 66 event.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. I mean, it is really cool.
Yeah.
It's still, my hope is that we can get a lot of interest in it and get some excitement around it, because if the city wants to use, and we want to put a stage with the LED screen as the backdrop to a stage so it can be used for other things other than just the movie night thing.
Yeah.
That's great.
So
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, and we would love to come over one night, maybe a Friday night.
Come on.
And I'll bring my big inflatable screen. We'll bring our projector, and
we'll do a beta test.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm in.
Let's do it. You let us know what night.
All right.
Christy,
we'll do it.
You're too young, remember, to drive in theaters, don't you?
No, I've been to drive-ins.
Did
I'm
you?
52.
I think they kind of closed up, like, 70... No, 85-ish.
Yeah, it was probably in late 70s, early 80s.
You started seeing them with the one up there in Murfreesboro, old Marlboro.
Yeah, I never went to that one. I remember it being there, but I never went to it. I've been to a couple, and there's one in, was it Sparta? Is it
there's
Sparta?
one in Watertown.
Watertown,
yeah,
okay.
right now. Yeah.
And there's also one in going towards Winchester, Estelle Springs. There's one there.
Oh, okay.
There's one in Woodbury. It's called the Moonlight.
Woodbury.
I believe it's the Moonlight Theater.
Okay.
They're so much fun.
Did y'all pack up family members and hide them in the trunk?
No. My daughter and I went in my Jeep. We took the top and the doors off. We loved it. We had such a fun time.
Yeah.
Such a fun time. I love going to the drive-in.
Did you do that, Eric?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And matter of fact, one of the ideas was kind of to encourage that on classic nights to just charge by car, and as many people as you can get in that car, you can get into.
There it is.
Yeah. Bring the lounge chairs, and the couches, and everything.
Now in a lot of these old movies, I've seen one movie. It was a Cheech and Chong movie.
Oh no, here we go.
don't have a night for that.
That's illegal, Roger. That's illegal.
It's at the drive-in. You know what I'm probably talking about.
Yeah.
And they're getting ready to tell a highlight of the movie. It's coming up, and the intercom comes on. Snack bar closes in another 15 minutes. So nobody ever knew who the guy did the crime was. So you can do that one, too, just kind of.
Anyways, I think we got a bill up that's pot for potholes or something. I've been getting calls on that.
God.
I mean, it's interesting. People will call over the craziest stuff. I don't think the bill's going to pass, but anyways, it gets a lot of attention.
I can imagine.
Crazier things.
What do y'all think about that?
Pot for potholes?
Are you going to grow pot in the potholes?
I don't know.
You're going to smoke pot in the potholes? I don't know.
It's not my bill.
Oh, sorry, we're on the radio. Sorry.
It's not my piece of legislation.
I'm
dealing with food affordability.
I have no idea what we're talking about right now at all.
We had one lawmaker that wanted to ban cold beer from the refrigerators. You couldn't sell it in markets. Man, my phone blew up on that one. I mean, Smyrna guys were just calling me like, "This is terrible." But it's interesting. They hear something in the news, man. Your phone just blow up. I don't think the bill will make it out of committee. I don't know where it's at, but anyways, people been calling about it,
Okay. Gotcha.
Now, would you be in all seriousness, if you wanted to show the movie Up in Smoke, because it would get a lot of attention, would you just buy the license for it?
Oh man,
goodness.
Yeah.
Man, you could probably get those guys out there. Seriously.
Oh yeah, they're still around. Yeah, they're still around. Yeah. We haven't extended invite for this Route 66 thing to those guys.
Yeah.
No, we're
slow
not
down the traffic.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that old van they had?
I have no idea. No idea.
But I mean, it's got to be out there somewhere.
Oh yeah, and we've got a category of cars for famous movie cars, and so we've got a guy bringing the a John Wick 67 Mach 1 Mustang or 69 Mach 1 Mustang.
Heck yeah.
You know, the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and the Eleanor car from Gone in 60 Seconds, and so the A-Team van. All sorts of stuff.
Roger, the A-Team van, Roger.
That's
up your alley.
The A-Team.
A-Team.
No, I'm a little before that.
We've even got we've even had some initial discussions with Disney, and we're trying to figure it out where they can trailer an original Tow Mater car from the Cars movie.
No way.
Out to just because it was based on Route 66. That whole
that's
animated series.
The part I drove through. That is it. Seligman. Seligman's how you say it. Out of in Arizona.
I don't know.
Where it's got the old Barbasol commercial signs. The old signs are still up on the road. But it's got that. What was it called? Mater? Is that what you called it?
Yeah, Tow Mater.
It's some of that. The
Tow Mater. Yeah, the Tow Mater. Yeah, because in the show it's like Radiator Springs. I think is the town from the movie,
yes, it is.
the animated show.
Yeah, that'd be a show. That'd be something to show out there.
Yeah.
Ka-chow. Lightning McQueen.
And Larry the Cable Guy, if you're out there right now, we're trying to get in touch with you to come do the show with us as the voice of Tow Mater.
That would be
and guess
classic.
what? My email address is GetHerMuddy, so there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Get her muddy.
What was he said? What was it? He said get her done. So mine is GetHerMuddy at yahoo.com. That's what mine. Now I'm going to get emails.
Man, there's so many angles you can go with Route 66.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's such a great time to be. And I hear this from everybody, from the cities that we're dealing with, been dealing with for months, and everybody when they hear about this event, it's a great time to be doing something that just feels good.
Amen.
People doing stuff for other people, and we're raising money for a lot of great nonprofits that are going to benefit greatly from what this happens. And corporate sponsors and stuff have incredible visibility on this. The CW's airing it as part of a 12-episode series starting May 13th, and 125 million homes this thing's going to crank into.
That's amazing.
Have you approached, and they're always kind of partnering with Steak and Shake. Have you approached Steak and Shake on that?
I have not, but I know that they've been on our list, and I know we're kind of running out of some time now for some of the final
stores corporate owned or
a lot of them are,
franchises.
yeah. And we did approach. Well, I don't know if I should say it on the air, but we did approach a couple franchises, and a couple franchises. One in particular that you'd probably blow your mind if you knew who it was. Came back and said, "Well, we just really don't want national attention. We just assume to do all our marketing locally and regionally." And I was like, "What are you talking about? That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life.
We don't want no business.
We don't want no business." Yeah.
Who is it? You can't say, can you?
No, I'm not going to say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's no, it was neat. I had my buddy that was killed in Iraq, Freddie Hahn. We got the road named after him. His son was out there with me, with his 80 what year that 92 Chevy truck I sold him.
Yeah.
His son inherited it. His son don't remember his daddy, but he just rebuilt the engine in it. Him and his buddy rebuilt the motor in that thing.
We'd still like to get together with all of
We need to
them
do that.
and
We've
have
been
a
talking about
cruise
that.
in for them. I even have a flyer already made up for that. So
Really?
We'll just pick out a date and get with everybody and let's have a cruise in for them. See if we can donate some money.
Yeah, folks don't want to talk about, I had trained Freddie Hahn to take my place at Nissan. He come over my car business, and he says, Mike, I've been deployed to Iraq, and my mother just happened to be there. She just happened to be there. She's since passed. She said, son, can I pray with you? And we prayed with him. He bought a 92, I think it was 92 or 94 Chevy extended cab or GMC from me, and he never came home. Got blown out of a Humvee. But his son inherited the truck. But his son don't remember his dad. He remembers being at a base and seeing tanks and that sort of thing, but don't remember his dad. But see, a soldier's child helps that family.
That's right. A Soldier's Child is based right here in Smyrna. Daryl Mackin's the executive director of that foundation. And I've been involved with them for almost 15 years, helping with their outdoor ministries and male mentorship ministries for the kids. So they specifically provide support and service to the widows and children left behind by a military personnel killed in action.
Yes.
And so, we've had this epidemic really of the last 20 years of a lot of these kids growing up without their dads, and a Soldier's Child has played a huge role in stepping in and providing support for those families nationwide. And they got about 8,000 kids nationwide that are supported through that program, and it's been as life-changing for me and my kids and my family as it has been, I think, for some of those kids.
Now, speaking of father, was your dad was really involved in your life, wasn't he?
Yeah. My mom and dad divorced when they were really young, but my dad lived 6 miles away from me my whole time I was growing up, and there was no ever decision making. So my mom's side of the family had a big ranch that we grew up on, and then my dad had auto body garages. So when I was with my dad, I was building cars. When I was with my mom, I was working on the ranch. So but yeah, it was a great never have to pick a parent situation for me. It's kind of as perfect as that situation could have been, But I just lost my dad in June of last year. And he was so excited about this Route 66 thing. Man, we were just praying and praying that he was going to be able to make it, and he didn't end up pulling it off. But he'll be there for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, he'll be there.
That's cool. Well, that's something that the fatherless is, an issue that there's no lobbyists in Nashville for that issue because there's no money in it. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me started on lobbyists. I'll use profanity. Let me just tell you about lobbyists real quick. You know that every one of them are making more than all your representatives are? You know that your tax dollars that are paying for lobbyists make more than your representatives are. Your media will never tell you that. Phil Williams is never going to tell that story.
Well, I know that's true because one of the companies that I owned that we sold 4 years ago was heavily involved in government politics, state and federal, and we got approached a number of times by lobbying groups and stuff like that. It was unbelievable the amount of money that.
Well, I think it was Ben Franklin that said, when the citizenry realizes they can vote themselves money from the Treasury, that'll herald in the end of the republic. And this country is now $38 trillion in debt. We don't have no Doge in Tennessee. There's nobody out there that really looking at cutting costs. Anyway, I don't want to get started on that kind of stuff. Christy, how long have y'all been formed with your Mid-10 Hot Rodders?
This is 5 years. 5 years. Yeah, because this will be our 5th year at Sam Davis Home. So this is 5 years.
So that's kind of the brainchild of Paul, Judd, Michael, you, and others, and Danny.
And then we have David, we have Janice, Tracy, Chris, and we have a few other ones that are just very, very loyal to us. We've got a very, very good family. Very good. We don't call it a group. It's our family. We love it.
Everybody get along pretty good?
Yeah, we did. Now, after Sam Davis Home, we were all like, we're done. It was just crazy because we had one person gave us a really bad. He messaged me and he was really mean to me about the show.
It wasn't Donnie, was it?
No,
Thompson?
It was not Donnie.
It wasn't JD, was it?
No.
We always have one in every crowd.
There's always going to be one in every crowd. We can't make everybody happy.
Yeah.
So, and then we have another one that we're going to do. We're helping with the Springhouse Church. They're going to do a food ministry. It's their food ministry. Really? They're in Smyrna. Yeah. We're going to help them. It's May 2nd, and the registration is from 9 to 12.
Y'all going to do the car show out there?
Yes, at the church.
Yeah.
They asked us to help them. We said, you know what? We're there to help you.
Yeah,
and that's what we do.
Y'all helped the Vietnam veterans here a couple years ago with it was a cruise
at
in.
The VFW.
That was a big event.
Yes, we're going to do that again this year. They're figuring out a date. It's probably going to be October. And we were thinking about doing it at the Steak and Shake, but we might see if young man over here might.
I'd love to
see if we can put him up there.
It's a yes for me.
Okay,
it's a yes.
Perfect. It'll be for the veterans. They make it. It's for Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, they were on
Tennessee
we had him on the show here. Mike did, and they asked him. We knew anybody. Yes, we do.
Yes, well, we appreciate that. Yeah, they're great. We helped them out. Well, we raised $1,500. It's not a whole lot, but you know what? That $1,500 will go. It'll go far for somebody that doesn't have anything.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, one thing about cars, it can bring people together. It ain't a Democrat, Republican issue. It ain't a black or white issue.
It doesn't. Last night we had 111 cars, and people were just standing around. You see that fellowship and that family and that just togetherness.
Steak and Shake's been a great host for y'all.
Oh yeah. Tony and his crew are freaking amazing.
Yeah, now that's the new owner?
Yes. Well, his brother, I don't know his name, his brother's name, but Tony is the manager.
Yeah. But they purchased that after it originally opened, right?
I do believe so.
Okay.
I do believe so.
Because, I talk about how I call them God-wink moments, synchronicities. But, when we had Rolling Thunder out there, that the first day, I wanted the widow to be the first customer. And it's just kind of wild, but they were going to open like October. This has been 6 years ago, so a little over 6 years ago. And they changed the date. Well, I had General Haston coming over from, Freddie that was killed. That would have been, I guess his major, if I'm not mistaken, back then. And so we're putting this event together. My assistant Marvin and I were, and they changed the date. But they changed. We hear about God, like one door get shut, but a better door gets open.
Yes.
Man, they moved it to the day before the election of Marsha. I had Marsha Blackburn out there. It's the best event. It probably gave her $50,000 worth of press.
Wow.
You didn't remind that guy Tony then, but he wasn't the owner at the time.
Okay.
But what was so cool is I told my wife and my assistant, I said, man, I feel bad. I didn't get to invite the family of Raymond Mitchell. He was killed by a sniper, or by Taco Bell. We got that road name too. Mm-hmm. Shout out to John Floyd and late Howard Wall for doing that. And I felt bad I didn't get to invite him. Well, man, let me tell you how cool this is. I get there with Spencer, Freddie's son, who lost his dad, and I see the other family there. So I asked Spencer, did you invite the family? He goes, no, but I think the manager did. So I asked the manager, man, did you invite the family? He goes, well, yeah. And I was like, what made you do that? He said, I was just driving down the road, seen the sign, looked up the family, invited them. I mean, how does that happen?
Right.
So I was telling Marsha this. I said, this is going to be a good sign for you. And she got kind of, because I told the backstory of Freddie, she got a little teary-eyed. And all the media was there. And she walked around and spent all that time with the people, got to meet Freddie's dad, the widow, the son. And here's where it's so cool. I've shared this on the radio, but this is so cool. I bought everybody's lunch, and there was this black girl at the front of the line. And I said, ma'am, you mind if the widow goes first and the son, and the guy got killed? And she's like, oh, honey, you go ahead. Her name's Peaches. Do you know this story? This is so cool, man. And so I'm doing this, and sometimes I'll do some stuff that's kind of like borderline kind of crazy, And so she goes to leave, and she looked at me. She said, honey, thanks for buying my lunch today. I said, ma'am, you're welcome. Oh. And I thought, man, I just spent $100, these people's lunch. Is that crazy? Marvin, my young assistant, former assistant, a young African-American kid, and he loves Wendy's. So it was kind of chilly. So we went into Wendy's and ordered some chili. And guess who's behind that counter? The black girl.
Peaches was there.
Peaches. I said, you look familiar. She said, you bought my lunch today. I'm buying y'all's today.
Really?
Talk about how karma.
Exactly.
Then I had this hater drive through. You know what a hater is?
Oh, yes.
Dude was hating on me.
Oh, yeah.
True story. He was hating on me. But think of how God works. I mean, it's so cool. How does somebody spot you in Wendy's? I'm sitting in Wendy's. The guy spots me. He waves at me. I waved at him. My assistant, I told Peaches was out there talking to me. And I said, hey, I'm going to buy that guy's lunch.
There you go.
My assistant, you know how black guys can get, they're like, oh, no, you ain't buying his lunch. And he's just like all over it. And Peaches come back there and says, he's like, man, you can't buy my lunch. She said, hey, man, your state lawmaker just pay for your lunch. Tell me how cool that comes back around, brother.
It does.
You can't explain it with statistics.
No, karma is real.
It is real.
It is totally real. We have a hater. I'm not going to name any names.
Is
we
he in
have
the club?
haters. No, he's not. No, that's all I'm going to say.
But I think sometimes God uses those people to move you and shape you. Don't you think?
Absolutely. No, I'm a firm believer, and you may not see it this week or next week, but at some point it's all going to make sense. What happened?
Exactly.
Well, it's like the bully that was, this redneck picking on Freddie, and I got into the redneck behind Quicksack. Then here comes Freddie 3 years later to my car business.
Yeah.
He knew what had happened, and it was almost like God had a plan. It's sometimes we can't figure it out. There's got to be a scripture for that, Eric. What is it?
Well, I mean, there's a ton of them. I mean, we went over 4 or 5 of them this morning when you were over at the shop, but it's absolutely true. The big thing, at least I'm a real generalist when it comes to my faith, and I'm like a 6-year-old kid. It seems like, and I do what I can.
Well, you have to be almost like a childlike faith.
You do, and I love that thing. I love I love that perspective because it allowed me to have a really incredible relationship with Pat Hood from Life Point Church and all that. I was the old guy his age that was just testing him all the time, like a kid who'd never been to church before, which I hadn't.
Yeah.
And so that helped me in a big way. And I can relate to a lot of older men who have never stepped foot in church, and it makes them nervous, and they don't understand the lingo, and they don't like feeling uncomfortable with all the language, the King James version versus the NIV version, all that stuff.
Now, who is the guys with us this morning?
It's just a number of people from the local community. Yeah. So a couple guys Ron Alley was one of them. Obviously, Ron's been a dear friend of mine for 30 years and was a big part of my faith walk at
Another guy had a bad head-on collision recently.
Yeah. Ray was there. He had a near-death head-on collision. He just joined the group. He's a friend of one of the other guys that was there.
And then the big guy that was there.
Yeah. So that's Rob.
Yeah.
And then
he leads
and Adam,
Celebrate Recovery on Tuesday nights.
That's right, at Life Point Church. And
do they call it Celebrate Recovery?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tuesday nights at 6:30.
And then Adam McCown. Adam was the other guy that was there, and he's just a local friend of mine. We've known each other for decades, and so. It's just cool to fellowship. You got to take the time. If you don't make the time, something else will fill it, and it's not going to be as important in what you're going to do during that hour.
So, folks are interested in getting involved in that study.
Absolutely. Just reach out to the shop and let us know.
Crusader Automotive Works, Smyrna. Yeah. Now, what kind of y'all do? Tell me all you do in the last few seconds.
At Crusader? Yeah. So historically, it's been a full auto service collision center. It was originally built as a car dealership, but then they couldn't get permitted to be a dealership. That's why I got all that big piece of land next to the property, because that's where all the new cars were going to be, and the city wouldn't let them be another car dealership. So it was a perfect situation for us, because I drove by that place since it was built every week.
You wanted it.
And I just going, hey, if I was going to build a custom car shop or restoration shop, it'd probably look a lot like that. And then came up for sale, and so we still do all the collision work, full service, auto service, new cars, but then we introduced all classics and restorations as well.
Well, thank you, Eric Ritchie, Crusader Automotive Works. We're working on Route 66. Christy, Armstrong View, David Ellis.
Thank you.
Mid-10 Hot Rods. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much.